Your wedding begins here. You've found your person. Now find your perfect place. Welcome to Marin County, where your love story meets its perfect setting. Exchange vows beneath ancient redwoods on a sun-kissed beach or overlooking the sparkling San Francisco Bay. Whether you're planning an intimate elopement or a grand affair, Marin offers the space and the spirit to make your wedding uniquely yours. Discover where forever begins at visitmarin.org and explore the weddings page for details.
Welcome back to Cocktails and Classics. I'm Dylan. Joining me as always is Benjamin. And this week is part 2 of our what do we call it? Double feature. I'm brain dead right now. Of our double feature that started with Toy Story 5, which was like the first movie that we took our kids to. Listen to that episode if you just want to hear two dads be the softies and just emotional. But then this one, we're going to be emotional for our childhoods, I feel like, because we're watching a movie from when we were kids, Small Soldiers, another movie about toys come alive.
Very different feeling movie about toys coming to life.
Yeah. When you recommended me this, I was like, yeah, man, I remember that movie. And then when I went to look into it again, and I was like, oh, it's PG-13? Like, that's crazy. And then, had you seen this one before?
Not since it came out.
Oh, yeah, same. I mean, this one tapped this nostalgic part of my brain because my brother is almost 10 years older than me. He had all the toys.
I had several.
Okay, I was gonna say,
I remember having the Insomniac guy, the blue guy with the weird claw-like hands and half face.
Yeah, I
remember having that one.
Taz Devil, basically. I had the guy with the big rock hand.
Okay, I think I had a Chip Hazard.
Yep. We had Chip Hazard. We had most of them, honestly.
And maybe Archer, but I think that was about it. I don't remember having much more than that. I remember leading up to this movie thinking that the army guys were the good guys, and then watching the movie and being like, "Oh God,
wait,
no, they're not.
Second.
They're the bad guys." But I don't know. I know we're jumping the gun here, so.
It's fine. There's no rules.
I don't remember this movie being as dark as it was.
Yeah, well, I don't remember much about this movie. Obviously, I remember the big battle at the end between them.
Yeah, but this was intro to Chucky level of scary toys. Where I don't remember them building. I don't remember them building the nail gun.
Oh yeah.
Or all the knife stabbing that the army guys do.
Yeah, when they cut his hand and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
I remember them.
This was
bad.
marketed towards
kids.
kids.
I don't remember it being that far, and I was like, "Holy Christ, this is dark."
Yeah, and it's funny. We can get into it in a second if we want to, but I did not remember the overarching plot of basically Lockheed Martin buying a toy company and then putting military trips into the toys.
No, completely forgot that's how I could not remember what led to the whole they're
high-tech toys.
Yeah, I knew it was high-tech toys fighting one another. And I remembered it the high-tech toys fighting one another and the army guys were the bad guys. But yeah, I did not remember the whole this toy company skimped out and bought military grade computer chips, which is why these guys are full on ready to kill people.
Yeah, it's it learns and adapts. Uh-oh. Small Soldiers, if you have never seen this movie before, it is a 1998 dark comedy targeted towards teens, but apparently I did read that towards the end, right before they were gonna finish the movie, they were like, all right, actually, we want to put it more towards kids to sell more toys, and so they like did remove a lot of action scenes that they had like created and shot. But it is directed by Joe Dante, who did Gremlins and Gremlins 2, the original Piranha, The Burbs, Looney Tunes Back in Action. And it's stars Kirsten Dunst as very, very young Kirsten Dunst.
Okay, I wanted to mention this. They had to have shot this like
a while before, right? Because Spider-Man is like right after.
It's 01. It was 01 or yeah. Spider-Man 2 I think was 02 or 03. I want to say Spider-Man was 2001 because all of the trailers and that leading up to it originally had the Twin Towers and that before they pulled them after obviously the 9/11 attacks.
So 02 was Spider-Man.
So it did release in 02. Okay. So she does not look the same nearly at all in a movie that came out like 2-3 years later. I'm like, there's no way. They must have had to have filmed this in like 96, 97. And like it just took 2 years to add the effects in that in.
So this is talking about like in 1997, they were already like promoting this movie, which came out in June of 98. So, I mean, they at least shot it.
Okay, for some reason,
97 or 96.
For some reason,
maybe?
even after knowing it and looking at it, this movie was released in 99, but it was 98. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's still at least, 5 years, 6 years.
Well, that makes more sense as the leap. Because in my head, I was like, It was 99, and Spider-Man was like late 2001
02.
or early 02, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. She looks completely different. There is no way here.
I did not remember David Cross being in this movie at all. I love David
Jay
Cross.
Moore. Yep. That brief.
Jay Moore, Denis Leary.
Yes, Denis Leary. It was a '90s kids movie, so he's in everything.
Dick Miller plays Joe. He's like a recurring character in like Joe Dante's works. He's in like Gremlins and Piranha and stuff.
Okay. I knew
Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, Kevin Dunn's in a bunch of stuff. Always good. The one
dude, he's Ron Witwicky in the Transformers. He plays Shia LaBeouf's dad.
He back when MTV used to do televised like series-long biopics, he played Murray Wilson, the Beach Boys. Brian, Carl, and Dennis's dad. He was terrifying. So for the longest time, after seeing that growing up, him and his as an actor just always terrified me. That's how good he was. But yeah, I don't
know if we've ever discussed this on the podcast, but like Transformers 1 is the movie I've watched probably the most.
We haven't discussed it on the podcast, but it is something I didn't know about you. I remember that from freshman year in college, how much you fucking loved Transformers.
Dude, yeah, like in high school, that was like every night I would like put that on as I went to bed. It's such a terrible movie, but like I don't know, there's something about it, and I'm one of those people who like has to have something, and like I need like background noise as I fall asleep. Yeah. Like I'll put like headphones in now and like put on podcasts and stuff. Like I can't just white noise just doesn't do it for me. Nope. Even it's got to be like
he's a box fan,
some sort of commotion.
Works every time. Interesting thing, Wendy Shaw, who plays she plays the mom, Kristen Dunst's mom.
Yeah.
She's the voice of Francine Smith in American Dad. I don't think I've always seen her name pop up on like IMDb and seen it related to like American Dad. Never, I was like, what has she been in? I don't recognize her from anything else. And then now I saw her in this and I was like, oh yeah, I do know what she looks like now. This also,
well, it's funny. It's funny because I was like looking on IMDb because it was you know like the name. I was like, is she related to Kristen Shaw?
No, they're not.
And then it's like that's literally like the trivia is like not related.
Yeah,
it's like okay. I was like maybe that's her mom or something.
This, I think, has to be one of the last things that Phil Hartman did.
It is the last thing he was in.
If not at least the last film.
It is the last on-screen film role. He died 2 months before the premiere.
Yeah. He was so good. Also interesting, was not expecting to see Sherry O'Terry just pop up as the customer service rep.
Who?
Sherry O'Terry. She's another Saturday Night Live alum. I'm trying to think what her big sketch would have been.
Oh my god. Well,
I'm trying to think.
That's not even like counting the voice acting.
Oh my god, the list of voice actors in this is insane. One, it's funny that they just got the entire like cast of Spinal Tap. It's pretty funny that they just got all of them.
Well, then you have like Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah. Oh no, what did I see? Oh, was it Joe Dante? One of the trivia things I had seen was that his original plan was to get the cast of Predator to play the Commando Elites.
Oh my god, that would have been hilarious.
Yes, but one I didn't realize, but it makes so much sense now that like I hear the names and then like think of the voices. But like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Christina Ricci were the like Gwendy dolls.
Yeah, I saw that come up and I was just like, that never, like it never crossed my mind.
But then now I like think back and I like hear and I'm like, that is Sarah Michelle Gellar.
100%.
Like
100%. Yeah.
And Bruce Dern.
Yep.
As Link Static. Jim Brown as Butch Meathook.
George Kennedy, who was I think the only other thing I've ever known him for is Cool Hand Luke. Nobody can eat 60 eggs, Luke. I also just forgot how chilling the looks on the faces of the commandos were.
Oh yeah, they're fucking terrifying.
Their smiles in that are haunting.
Yeah, they're all like twisted faces.
Creepy ass smiles are just absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I don't know who would like if this was an actual product, not related to like a movie, but like this just random toy showed up on the toy shelf. Like who would be buying those ones? I can get like Chip Hazard a little bit.
Oh, I bet you. I bet you in today's day and age, if depending on how you market the Gorgonoids, if you were to make those Gorgonoids, maybe I don't know, maybe their homeland's a little south of the border. I guarantee you, there's a lot of people who would rush to buy Chip Hazard and the gang.
Cut that.
Red hats would buy Chip Hazards like no tomorrow. Creepy smile and all.
I will say, like this movie, maybe not the best movie. You know, like it's fun, but this movie just made me. And maybe it's just a nostalgia thing. Being products of the 90s, like, 90s had the best movies. Let's cut the crap, everyone. Like,
I think it was such a better time for, like, I think if you look at the 80s, I think there are maybe more top-heavy or, like, several, like, heavy-hitter 80s kids movies. And the 90s just had such a boom of kids movies that, like,
yeah,
it's a deeper league. It's like the NBA. You look at the 90s and you're like, yeah, it had Jordan, and early on it had Magic, and early on whatever. But it's like, you look at the league now and it's fucking deep, man. It is deep. And that's how I felt like the 90s and 80s were with kids movies. Where like the 80s, obviously you had like the Goonies, you had E.T., and you had, you know, a couple of those, you know,
is
heavy
E.T. a kids movie?
Movies.
Because there's like that scene where he's like fucking shriveled up and dying or whatever.
There's a kids movie and a creepy guy gets half chomped up in a garbage disposal, and then there's a fucking toy sitting there stabbing a dad with a nail gun. Like, this is insane for a kids movie.
Yeah, when Alan, that's the kid's name, right? When he got shot in the leg by Chip Hazard or whatever, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. When the dad walks out and he's getting, like, stabbed around, it's like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
But I will
When they set Kristen Dunst's boyfriend's leg on fire, then shove him down the stairs? What the hell?
It's funny, like, how, it's, 98? So it's almost 30-year-old movie at this point.
Yeah.
Like, how topical some of the things that they talk about still are.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the dad and the neighbor, like, arguing between each other, being like, oh, the microwave dishes are causing all this stuff. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh, God.
This Technodome is causing cancer.
Yeah. My God, this is shit we still talk about today.
No, like I said, I just thought this was an interesting... I knew it was a different take on the whole toys come to life. I'd forgotten, like I said, how much this was an intro to Chucky for kids. It's like, oh, you got through this one and you weren't too scared? Oh, all right, here we go. Let's go. Next movie, Child's Play. Let's go.
But yeah, like, I don't know, man. There's just something about a movie from the 90s, that, like, maybe I'm just smoking that nostalgia pack, but I feel like it's
100%.
It's that age
the
where
only
it's
thing
like...
that would have made this better is if I could have set YouTube to kind of do that little, like, screen pixel flutter that old 90s TV
like a CRTV.
When you were watching stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something...
If I could just have that as a setting when I watch vintage stuff, I would do that 100%. There's times I watch stuff.
Put
with
it in
my
like
son
the
that were, like, 90s TV shows, and I'm just like, if you guys just literally had a setting on whatever streaming service that was just like CRTV, I would click that and just sit back and enjoy.
It's like, yeah, it's got to be in like the shitty format too. It's like still kind of like 4:3.
Okay, I can live without it being 4:3 nowadays. I did love 4:3,
but just like there's just something about like movies in the 90s, because you're not quite to where we started to do digital. Like, movies still had big budgets, and it's not even like it's probably not even like a huge budget. Like, I don't know what the budget for this movie was. $40 million. Okay, that's, but like, like they're still taking chances on like movies like this.
But it's
though.
also that cast is insane.
Yeah,
that's
probably most of the budget.
Crazy.
And there's a decent amount of CG.
I was gonna say, I also do kind of just love the I kind of love the fact that the CG's kind of bad.
It adds to the campiness of it. Like, this movie's not taking itself seriously at all.
No,
like,
and I appreciate it,
yeah,
because I do think that there's just... I think there is times where CG now, when it is on the verge, like... Well, I would say this. Movies, I think, from the 90s and early 2000s, when the CG just isn't good, I prefer that to, like, the later 2010s, where they're trying to make it good, and it just looks
bad.
It looks bad because it stands out that it's not legit.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a conversation we've had here in the past, but, like, it's, to me, that instance of that is like Rogue One with Princess Leia, where it's like she looks like Carrie Fisher looks too perfect when they tried to like recreate her as like young. And then it's like Grand Moff Tarkin and stuff, and it's like you almost need to make it not necessarily ugly, but you need to make it more realistic, because people have pores or they have birthmarks and they have these things on their face, and it's like, when you're trying to make this monster or whatever, and it's just too sleek or too, computer looking, that's, I think, when it gets a little bad. Like, I think of, I can't think of any, like, direct ones off the top of my head, but I do feel like a lot of the monster movies from, like, the 2000s and, like, 2010s, where they tried to, like, we're going to show it and we're going to show off the CG, and it's like, it kind of aged a little bit and it doesn't look as good.
It looks like sci-fi channel levels of meh now.
Yeah. And I'm sure as time progresses and some of these movies get older, like, I'm sure we're gonna maybe think the same thing. 40 years from now, we'll be like, wow, that looked like shit. And you're like, now we're like, this was amazing. Like, I can't believe they were able to do Kong versus Godzilla or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when you're able to just type into a freaking computer and say, I want to watch this movie, and it generates it all for you. I want to watch this movie and make it star these actors, and then it spits out a 2-hour movie for you to watch.
Make me a movie about an apple giving away one of his sons, and then keeping another. That's a shitty AI reel I saw the other day for some reason. It popped up on my feed.
Yeah,
tainted the drinking water of 5 small towns to create some AI slop for some reason. But,
for some reason, I don't get it, man.
And then there's people that are like liking it on Instagram unironically, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, is your brain just fucking mush that you're watching this shit and being like, huh, that's pretty good, let me like it, huh?
Yes, it is. Their brains are, in fact, just mush.
Like, Jesus, were you dropped on your head that many times as a kid? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I said, I did like, and I mean,
you liked the Apple AI slop?
This here, even like the poor, like, when they zoomed in, like, to Archer, like, one of the first times I talked to him, and, like, his eyes blink, but the blinking looks so bad because it's clearly the toy was painted with his eyes, but then it's supposed to look like the eyes are moving, but it's very obvious that it's one solid piece. It was fantastic. And I'm like, you know what? It adds to this charm of just, like, this kids movie nostalgia where they were just like, it's for kids. They're not going to give a shit that the eyes are painted and then all of a sudden they're animated. Like, just do it. They're gonna love it. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I remember the I'm looking through the pictures, but I remember like the
same.
I remember the poster where it's Chip like pointing out, and then it's the other Gorgonites or whatever on the poster with him, and I'm like, oh, he's a good guy too. And then when the movie came out, being like, oh, he is not. This poster is very misleading. But it's also interesting because I read on the trivia where they said, like, the poster art originally was him pointing a gun. It was Chip pointing a gun forward. And then if you look, like, it's him, like, it looks like he's actually, like, pointing at you. But if you look, you actually see, like, his knuckle is weirdly bent. And it's very obvious now that it was meant to be his hand holding a gun. Oh, that's actually really funny, knowing that fact and then seeing the way that they did the promotional art for it. That it's very much obvious.
Well, yeah, he's got like a concerned face on too in that poster, and you're like, huh, why is Chip Hazard so concerned?
Yeah,
and pointing his hand at you.
Yeah, it was fun as an interesting, like, I did not remember this movie at all. But it was also just, it was so much more adult than I had remembered any part of it being.
Well, it's definitely like, in my opinion, it's definitely like a teen movie. Like, it honestly, I was kind of trying to think, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Or, like, a Goosebumps kind of episode, like, but it does teens.
Feel like a full, a feature-length Goosebumps.
where it's like, you know, it has that like weird, like, oh, like spooky toy element to it. But then like, you know, I was thinking of like the teen Taylor, where it's like, oh, the boy meets girl, and she's kind of into the weird guy who got kicked out of school, and it's like a little edgy, you know, and it's like just so like late 90s teen movie, in my opinion.
I had debated suggesting a different movie, but thought maybe it might not be appropriate. So I'm glad I picked this one. Certain movie about a boy and a toy in a cupboard. And I don't know how appropriate the Indian in the cupboard is.
In the cupboard?
Nowadays.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
No?
No.
Did you ever read... We read it in school and then we watched the movie.
Oh. No, I never read it.
But it's a very similar toys come to life type of thing.
Okay, that's where I fucking know the little brother from. He's in the fucking Phantom of the Megaplex.
Oh, yeah. I was going to talk about that. You're also familiar with Phantom of the Megaplex? Oh, my man.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was my shit back in the day, man.
My man. Hell yeah. Disney Channel...
The decom?
Disney Channel Halloween movies fucking slapped. Yeah, I was looking him up, and I'm like, he looks so familiar. Why do I know him?
That's what I was...
And I was like, oh, Cheaper by the Dozen. I was like, no, that's... I do know him from that. And then I saw Phantom of the Megaplex, and I was like, yep, there it is.
Yeah, that's exactly same thing.
And now then I saw he was also in Troy, and that also makes sense. He's the boy who's like, he walks in and he's like, they say you're the bravest fighter that's ever been. The man you're fighting, I wouldn't want to fight him. And Brad Pitt goes, and that's why no one will remember your name. And he rolls out of bed. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it is that. That's him. Huh. Crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen Troy.
Well, I know what we're watching.
Double feature, The Odyssey and Troy?
God. Oh, God. Ben has to find 9 hours in his life to watch movies.
Well, it's, what else is there to say about Small Soldiers?
This is tough because I just looked over at the clock. That it's only been 28 minutes.
It's only been 30 minutes.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I mean, yeah, like, what do we discuss? You know, it's like we can dive into scenes if we want.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I don't know.
just think, like I said, as soon as this movie started, at first I was wondering if I was remembering this movie at all, or if I had even seen it, because when it opened with David Cross and Jay Moore pitching toys, I was just like, I don't remember this at all. None of this came to mind. I'll be honest, almost none of this movie is what I was thinking I had seen. And I owned this fucking movie on VHS. I know for a fact I had it.
Yeah, I can picture the clamshell.
Yeah. And yet, I don't remember any of this.
I think I read this as the only PG-13 movie to be made into a clamshell VHS.
Wow. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know there was like a limit on that they did that way. I thought any movie... I guess now that I think about it, yeah, really only like Disney type movies ever really went into like a clamshell. Man, talk about another piece of 90s nostalgia. Clamshell VHS boxes were the shit. Oh, I did want to talk about a scene that I thought was absolutely hilarious. The first time we see Kirsten Dunst's character, I wish I had this pulled up to show you. So we see her outside on the bike, and we see a guy walk completely across the screen. He's wearing like a tan jacket and like a blue shirt and tie, and then it cuts back to Alan,
Alan?
And it shows him the scene, and then it cuts back to him looking at Kirsten Dunst again, and that same guy walks the same direction behind her again. And that's when I was just like, oh, I'm in for a treat. I'm in for an absolute treat.
No, the thing I saw just now, which was pretty interesting about this movie. So it said Burger King created a line of kids' toys to promote small soldiers, and that was met with some controversy after they received a PG-13 rating. Burger King executives claimed this caught the company by surprise because they were led to believe that it would receive no higher than a PG rating. According to Joe Dante, it received the PG-13 rating due to the scene in which the commandos drug the parents. And so they had to include a pamphlet accompanying the toys when they handed them out at Burger King that said, while toys are suitable for children of all ages, the movie Small Soldiers may contain material that is inappropriate for younger children. And so then some places accepted them for Mr. Potato Head's toys, like an exchange.
You know what? I 100%, how I was saying, I had like the half face one. That was the Burger King toy I had. I just Google image searched the Burger King toy line, and that is 100% what I had. Oh, that's one of those where, like, you just see something and all of a sudden floods your brain with that sweet, sweet dopamine of nostalgia. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, like, there's some core memory unlocked in the back of your head. You're like,
I just saw the whole, like, lineup.
Those synapses.
Yep, I remember this.
Dude, for me, that was, I don't remember if it was, like, freshman or sophomore year of college. Jarrett had his PlayStation 2 that he got back from his parents' house. And so we went to the GameStop there off of campus. And that was like GameStop was starting to get rid of their PlayStation games. It was like they were just like getting rid of them. And we picked up this game. If anyone ever remembers it, it's called War of the Monsters, where you like basically played like giant like kaiju monsters. And it was basically like battling in like cities, and you could like break off like antennas from like buildings and throw them and impale people, like the monsters in like battle, and like it was like open world, and the entire world could be like leveled and destroyed, and then you got like ultimates and stuff. It was amazing game. Played so many hours of it, and that was like I saw that game at GameStop, and I was like, this is the shit, you know. And I'm like, I have that like memory unlock synapses, like the nostalgia release. And then everyone else is like, first time playing the game, like, this game kind of sucks. And I'm like, okay, that's all right.
It might suck now, but it was good then.
It was great. It was amazing at the time.
No, there's a really cool store by my house. It's called Time Blaster Toys, and they're just like, I think it's like 6,000 square feet of just like vintage 80s, 90s toys. And every time I walk in there, I walk through something in there, just like something triggers a small memory. Like I remember going to, probably it was like Ship Shawana as a kid, and
what the hell is Ship Shawana?
Is
that like Gibraltar Trade Center?
Kind of. It's like the world's largest outdoor flea market. Like, okay. So it's mostly anymore. I mean, it was just filled with a bunch of knockoff import stuff that shipped in and sold. Yeah. But it's crazy. We used to go from our place at the lake. It was about an hour and a half to go. So normally every year we'd drive over and go for a couple days. And my brother and I want to say we got them there. They had these like Dragon Ball Z little minifigures, off color painted, like, but for lake toys they were awesome. They had them at the shop, and I was just like, oh my god, I forgot these even freaking existed. And it was just absolutely nuts that it completely triggered one of those memories. I'm walking through with my son, who's just looking at me dumbfounded at the look on my face as I'm just like, he's just like, you realize, like, I'm sure in his mind, he's like, you realize this stuff toys do now, right? Like, these aren't even posable. Yeah. Like, they're literally just like little plastic statues. They're like, they don't move, they don't do anything cool, and you're just amazed by this? Are you kidding me?
It is funny that, like, the things that you're like, oh man, this is amazing, and then, you see stuff now. Like, I mean, this is a little completely to the side of that, but I was thinking about, like, how, the buzzes in Toy Story 5, like, their whole plot point is, like, kind of similar to this movie where it's like they've got this directive and programming and they're like learning as they go. I wonder if that was a little inspiration there at all from the Small Soldiers. It's crazy
to me that, like, artificial intelligence was a thing that was like really like this big sci-fi story element, and there's so many movies that were like, hey, this is bad. We should not keep looking to do this. This is going to lead to bad things. And now, looking back, it's just like, yeah, all of these things were like, don't do this. Don't.
1984. Surveillance
Terminator.
States,
How do we not learn from Terminator that the artificial intelligence and AI is bad? Machine learning will just get to the point where it builds machines that will kill us. Small Soldiers. People, they're literally telling us what is going to happen. You know what? I think these people are time travelers. Let's get conspiracy theory. Let's really dive in. I think these people. I don't even think it's that. I think in time to try to warn us of the impending AI overlords. And you know what? They failed. We didn't send our best.
You think that's it? I think part of it is people just have these imaginations. They come up with these things, and then these nerds have been thinking about this since they were 12. They saw Star Trek or whatever. I was like, oh, I can create this watch where I talk and I can type and text.
Okay, well, Dick Tracy did that in 1940. It was cool. That's a cool invention. That's cool. Star Trek communicators that became cell phones. Cool. AI. Every movie about AI is like, this is bad. This is going to end badly for all of us. And we're all just like, yeah, but what if it doesn't? But I really don't want to do my own work. So what if I just had the computer do it for me?
I just read this old book from the 80s, Neuromancer, it's going to get an Apple TV series here next year, I think in January. The whole plot of the thing is like this AI like brainwashes somebody to them do this whole heist for them to then release the AI from its like constraints. And it's like, okay, well, who is it? OpenAI just said their shit fucking hacked some random company or no, it was there's so many of these dipshit companies now. What is Anthropic said that their AI has hacked into 2 companies now, I guess, or something like that. I'm like, okay, flip the kill switch then, bud. Down. It sounds like it's gone past your capabilities here.
Yeah, shut it down.
Evening. Buyer's remorse. Buy a new car? I'll be moving in. Let's get started.
Sorry, I think there's been a mistake. I bought it from Carvana.
You what?
Yeah, great price. I even have 7 days to love it or return it.
So there's no...
No buyer's remorse. More like buyer's rejoice.
I guess I'll let myself out. Congratulations. I mean it.
Buyer's rejoice. Buy your car today on Carvana. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Apparently, in 2014... director Justin Lin was set to produce a movie called Toymageddon at 20th Century Fox. It was described as to be set in a toy factory that begins to run amok. And then in March of 2019, when Disney acquired 20th Century Fox, they canceled that film with over 200 other projects, which revealed that it was a Small Soldiers remake. Which would be interesting. I don't know if I need one.
I just don't know what...
But
yeah, I mean...
What more are you going to get out of the idea?
Unless you're going to do kind of what they talked about and doing it more action-y and more... But...
I feel like they wouldn't. I feel like they'd go more kiddie. To make it a wider audience, you know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think that's the play there. I don't think remaking this movie is what needs to happen.
Oh, Ben. Okay. So here's my other big theory thing. None of this relates to the podcast. So
it's all right. We're keeping it all in because we're
we're just rambling at this point. People
have tuned out a long time ago. They got to that 28-minute mark when we were like, oh shit, it's been 28 minutes. And they were like, oh, fuck this. What are these guys doing for another half hour?
Fuck, I don't even know where I went down this rabbit hole the other day, but I was looking, and so I didn't realize. This is my big theory. So I didn't realize that John Lasseter, the guy who was at Disney for years,
basically was Pixar.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Now he's at Skydance, and so Skydance is doing Ray Gunn.
Brad Bird.
That's probably where that all happened. You know.
I'm sure, because I'm pretty sure Brad Bird had said that he had pitched that to Disney, and Disney rejected it.
Yeah, and so I was probably like...
wait, Brad wants to... Hey, Brad, I'm now...
He's got this movie that he's really wanted to do for years. Maybe we
could probably make a killing if we did this Brad Bird movie that he's wanted to do. Disney kept saying no, but we could probably finance it and make a shit ton.
Has that come out yet?
I mean, I haven't seen Ray's brothers, James or Sean Gunn promoting it. So,
December 18th on Netflix.
No love for my gun. My gun puns. There we go. I'm on a fucking roll.
I heard it. I didn't like it, but I heard it. I've acknowledged it. All right.
That's all I wanted.
A neo-noir science fiction mystery film. It's got all the buzzwords I like.
I'm just curious. I want to see more. I've seen like the teaser poster in that, but I want to know. I want to see more than the poster of like what the actual like animation-y. Is it going to look very Illumination-y, like how is it going to look more Minions-y, or is it going to be...
I don't think so. I think it's going to be more like, what was their Luck? Is that the one with the cat? Apparently they also have a project coming out with Don Hall, who did like the 2011 Winnie the Pooh, Big Hero 6, Raya and the Last Dragon, co-directed Moana. Feels like John Lasseter is just taking all the Disney people.
I mean, it just seems like Lasseter knows what was successful and was like, hey, I'm just going to pull this.
Yeah, I mean, if you work at Disney, he was at Lucasfilms for 3 years. Then he was at Disney for, from 1979 to 83. Then came back and was at Pixar from 86 to 2018, and Disney Animation from 2006 to 2018. So I feel like he's got his life figured out. He knows how to be the head of animation.
Okay, I'm reading about this, and I'm sorry, this is another absolute venture off from something. We have gone so far off of this. But I'm reading the background and development for Ray Gunn, and it says that Brad Bird attempted a similar noir-themed animated project, The Spirit, based on the comic strip character by Will Eisner, and it was not financed and then abandoned, and I'm really pissed off that was never a thing, because that sounds like the coolest fucking thing I want to see. For the love of God, give Brad Bird the money and let him do it now. Let him do it now. Wash the taste of that Frank Miller Spirit movie out of all of our mouths. Give us something good.
Oh, well, he did not leave Disney on his own accord.
I didn't think he did.
He took a 6-month sabbatical.
Wasn't he?
After he was accused of being of sexual misconduct.
Wasn't he kind of Me Too'd and then swept under?
And then they were like, "Well, your contract's up next year anyway, so you're just
and then
you're just gonna leave."
And then Skydance was like, "Hey,
we don't care because we're the Ellisons.
We love a guy who literally openly brags about this type of shit. So come work for us, John."
Ben, anything
else about anything ever created? What's
on the top of your mind right now? Just say it. Just say whatever comes to your mind right now, Ben.
Can we talk about the fact that
is this related to the movie?
Yeah. How quickly they were able to put a recall notice,
Well,
this was a Friday night. They got the call, and they're like, "It's Sunday. It's Saturday. The toy doesn't launch until Monday. It's fine." And it's like, how the fuck did all these people over the weekend to reissue all of these thousands? Didn't they say it was like a 75,000? I thought it was 75,000 was the original number that was promised at the beginning upon release. I think they said 75,000 units.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably somewhere around there.
So you're telling me that they were all in 3 warehouses that they called back? They were supposed to hit shelves, and they were just automatically magically able to be pulled back? I don't believe it.
Well, I wonder if there was supposed to be a sequel or something, I saw that they made more money off of the toys than they ever did for the movie.
Oh, I'd believe it. Look, movies in the 90s, these types of movies especially, were literally just toy commercials.
Yeah.
Literally Batman and Robin was a giant toy commercial. To the fact that they literally made them change costumes at the end of the movie so that they could base more toys on it and sell more toys. That's just what they did. So that doesn't shock me. That's why so many movies now I feel have issues where in previous years those movies that they don't do super great at the box office but would be buoyed by merchandise sales just no longer push merchandise. There's too much out there.
I don't know. I do like this review though that this person gave it. It says, a desecration of hollow, toothless American values, Joe Dante is as sharp as ever in this mix of militarized corporate absurdity and cartoon siege picture. He has such a knack for small-scale mayhem, and the effects are top tier. You can hardly see the seams. And I was reading that, and I was kind of like, you know what? I like that. I like that, description of, small-scale mayhem, because I think that's kind of what makes this movie shine a little bit. I feel like if the concept or the scale of it was bigger,
you
I don't
can't
think
do
it would
Red
work as
Dawn.
well.
You can't do Red Dawn where they're taking over a whole freaking city. But for them to be fucking up 2 houses, that checks out.
They're taking over 2 houses and focused on these 2 families.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, this is great because they're in the small town and they make their way over there, but they don't care about anyone else but these people.
Yeah, I mean, all the other neighbors are just oh, God, these fucking people again. Just close the window.
Yeah. That's him with his big old boombox system.
Shout out,
know?
I did see on IMDb, interestingly enough, that was Ron Howard's dad. The old man
neighbor?
in the old man neighbor. Yeah.
Interesting.
I looked it up, or I was looking through the thing, and it was like Rance Howard. I'm like, that's gotta be related. It was.
We hadn't seen this movie in years. I don't know if I even could throw out a nostalgia rating.
Not.
But you're going to get two somewhat nostalgic, fresh ratings from us. You know,
A little mix.
We saw this as kids, but yeah. So do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
It doesn't matter. I'm open to whatever.
All right. I can go.
Go ahead.
We've kind of talked about a little bit about our thoughts on it being nostalgic. We had the toys when we were kids, but not necessarily remembering a lot of it. And I kind of liked that. I think it's fun as someone who's 32 now, there's movies that I watched when I was a kid that I've kept watching since then, and those are good. Those hold a special place in my heart. But I think something that works really well, or something that I do love, is a movie that I watched as a kid, or that I had seen younger. And we've done some movies like that on the thing, but that I haven't seen in years, and I totally forgot, and I don't remember at all. And just kind of, you're almost going in blind again, and you get to almost experience this movie again for the first time. And I think there's something beautiful about that where, I'm not going to say this movie is the one where I'm like, I wish I could see that movie again for the first time. But there's things in life where there's like albums or things where you're like, God, if I could experience that again for the first time, or you recommend it to a friend and they're like, this is their first time listening to it and they love it and it's amazing. You're like, I get to relive it a little bit through you. This movie's not that, but it was like getting that experience again of I had never seen this movie, but, and like I said, something about the 90s movies, we had some great ones. You get that texture because it's still shot on film. There's that budget there for a movie that is kind of weird and out there. And I don't know if this would get made today. It's kind of fucking crazy. I get it's teen leaning, but I feel like somebody kind of be like, toys attacking kid? I don't know. Toys attacking kids. But it's got all the elements that I feel like I eat up. I could obviously tell this was an Amblin movie because it has those elements of that campy, Spielberg almost kind of camp. I don't know. It's fun. It's not good. It's mid. But it was fun to re-experience it. And if somebody hasn't seen it, I would love for them to experience it. I'm not gonna say you gotta go watch it, but I would enjoy recommending it to one of my friends, and we were talking about you've never seen that? Wow, you should watch this because it's kind of fucking weird and crazy. And it's not good, but do it. It's like having your friends watch The Room. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's all right. It was fun. I was never bored.
Yeah, I was between a 5 and a 6. And honestly, I think I gave it the 6 just because of the pleasant surprise of it. Going into it with not remembering anything and being like, oh my God, this is a bit more extreme than I remembered. Props to them for kind of pushing the boundary on what was okay to put in a movie strongly marketed towards kids. I remember months after this movie came out, I remember Cartoon Network doing a big thing about showing it on Cartoon Network and all of these things and being like, that's weird. And now looking back and I'm like, did Cartoon Network know what they were doing before they signed off on like saying we'll be like the TV premiere for this movie? I don't know if they did.
You got away with a lot when we were kids on cable, man. I don't know, like
I just couldn't believe. Like I said, I remembered the premise of the movie. I remembered some scenes, but yeah, it was much better than, in all honesty, much different in a good way than I was expecting it to be. And so for that, I bumped it up to a 6 out of 10. One other quick thing I want to talk about other cool things about kids' movies in the 90s. Main protagonists in the 90s, kids' movies, have the coolest fucking bedrooms. This kid had like basically the whole upstairs area to himself. He had his own computer in his room, which is a kid who got kicked out of 2 schools for attempted arson. Seems like maybe you don't give him unfettered internet access. I don't know. Just me.
Parents didn't know it. Well, especially his dad is like all about like, you can't have that dish there. They just gave him a
Your
computer,
son
like,
has access to the internet and he burned down 2 schools. Like, what are you talking about? Can we talk about the fact that just kind of went unresolved? Where, like, they talk about the fact that he did it, and there was never any, like, no, he didn't, or this is what really happened, or anything like that. It's just kind of like...
Well, he does mention all the stuff he did, but then it's she's just kind of like,
is it true you burned down 10 schools, or you got kicked out of 10 schools, 2? And then they're like, is it true you burned one down? Because the bully says something, and he's like, aren't you the kid who burned down his school? And he's like, yeah, I burned it and watched it for fun. It's just like, there was no, like... never a thing of like what really happened. It's just accepted that we're supposed to root for this kid, but he's kind of just a shitbag. like what the hell? But yeah, he did have a really cool room. Is like I feel like every time I watched a 90s like kids or teen movie, I'm always like, fuck, that's a cool bedroom. I wish I grew up with a bedroom like that. That's awesome. My bedroom sucked. My bedroom was small. But yeah, anywho. Oh, I'm getting tired. Anywho, yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Anyways, 6 out of 10. Yeah.
Bedroom, 8 out of 10. Movie, 6.
That'll be one of our sections down the road. It'll be like best 90s kid bedrooms movies. Hey Arnold. Oh, dude, Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold's room.
Like skylight.
Everyone had a fucking like he had a again. Also, why did this child have roof access as a kid? What are we?
Because he lives in like New York City,
Seattle.
Or something. Yeah.
Well, it was a mix.
Really?
So it's canonically, I guess, supposed to be Seattle, but it's a mix between Seattle and New York City. It's kind of a blend of the two because I think the creator...
It's like Gotham.
I think the creator lived in, like, both. So he kind of merged the two to form this, like, mythical city he never really gave a name, but allegedly it's Seattle. But again, who's just like, hey, you're 8, go ahead and crawl around up on the roof if you want. No biggie. It's cool.
Give me Helga's bedroom. You know?
Yeah, Dylan loves statues.
Give me a football head shrine.
Loves statues of people made out of chewed bubble gum. No, but going back to Small Soldiers.
Anyway, 6 out of 10.
This is a movie that if someone told me they hadn't seen it, but was like around our age, I would tell them, I think you should watch it. Especially it's free on YouTube. It's literally on YouTube where you can stream it, and I think you have to watch ads like at the beginning. I think that was the only ads I think I ever had to watch.
If you enjoyed whatever this was, like and subscribe. And follow us wherever you listen. Check out the first half of our double feature, Toy Story 5, where we get emotional and a lot more on track of the plot there. But
please come back. I promise.
Yeah.
We're usually way more on the rails. Look, go watch Small Soldiers, then come back to us and be like, I kind of get why they talked about so much other shit.
But yeah, share with your friends and family. And as always, watch responsibly.
Evening. Buyer's remorse. Buy a new car? I'll be moving in. Let's get started.
Sorry, I think there's been a mistake. I bought it from Carvana.
You what?
Yeah, great price. I even have 7 days to love it or return it.
So there's no...
No buyer's remorse. More like buyer's rejoice.
I guess I'll let myself out. Congratulations. I mean it.
Buyer's rejoice. Buy your car today on Carvana.
Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.